Suffer with me, veteran difficulty video taco for WikiGameGuides.com and
YouTube.com/nextgen walkthroughs.
Yes. So, the important thing to note is that at the end of this level, if you want the good ending, shoot the hostage in the leg twice. Do not get a headshot, and that's important. But if you're playing on veteran and it doesn't fucking matter because the Strike Force missions suck balls, so yeah, just shoot him in the fucking face or in the nuts. Shoot him in the nuts 2 times. I should have shot him in the nuts. What if...
Take a drink for not shooting him in the nuts.
Yeah, shit, I need a drink. What if you could shoot him in the nuts, which is the ultra correct ending, and it takes your save file into Black Ops 3, and he had, they don't say it in this game, but what if he had a child with another woman, and that child, and like there's 2 story paths whether or not you shoot him in the nuts in this game. Like if you shoot him in the nuts,
there will be no Frank Grimes Jr.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Good old Grimy. See, now that's the kind of divergent storyline I wanted to see in like Mass Effect or this game. How awesome would that be? I want nut shooting to affect storylines.
I feel like that's more likely to happen in The Walking Dead.
A zombie bites your cock off, and then... Oh, yeah, okay. How is there not a Walking Dead porn parody yet?
You're acting like you know for a fact there isn't one.
Well, let's just assume that there isn't.
Well, I'm gonna assume that there is.
There will definitely be a lot of cock biting off in the Walking Dead
fuck
porn
that.
parody.
No, not if they want people to pay for it.
Well,
No one wants that.
yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think that one through. So then, what would there be? So like that. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Necrophilia.
Thinking this through a little bit more, I can see why there is no Walking Dead porn parody. Unfortunately. Has there ever been a game porn parody? There's tons of like movie and sitcom porn parodies, but I don't think there's ever been a game one. And that's got to be like their target audience. What would be the best? Like we've talked about like Mass Effect and stuff like that, but what would be the best?
Balls of Duty, Black Cocks.
All right, there you go. Blackhawks too. So that's like the DVD version.
Yeah.
All double penetration.
I think that would do pretty
All
well,
right.
to tell you the truth.
I'd watch that trailer. I don't think I'd watch the video. I think I'm racist when it comes to porn. I cannot stand watching a black dude in a video.
Well, here, it's beyond race for me. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna lie, I am racist when it comes to porn, but I'm also a circumcisist. If the dick doesn't precisely look like mine, and even big cocks, I'm racist against giant cocks. I'm like, that is just unreasonable. I can't pretend that humongous cock is mine. And I'm not enjoying this anymore.
It totally ruins the illusion.
Yeah.
And you said before that you can't watch porn where the dude's wearing a condom.
No, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Because I imagine me wearing a condom and
Right,
not
you're like-
enjoying it as much.
And not enjoying it as much. See, like there's some things where it doesn't bother me. Like the circumcision thing, I am cut, but that's never taken me out of it.
When the guy's not?
When the guy's not. And honestly, I can't remember the last time I ever saw something like that.
I just
like
want-
that rarely shows
I want
up.
the dude's dick to look like mine. Maybe
Yeah,
a little bit
right.
bigger.
Right, because that keeps you in the moment. Or that
Yeah.
keeps me in the moment too. Yeah, exactly.
And it's not, like, it's not, I mean, it, I guess by definition is racist, but like, a black dick doesn't look anything like my dick. Mine's very pale and not humongous.
And not girthy.
You're right.
And not long.
Yeah.
So I wonder if... So I'm trying to turn this back into a video game thing.
Okay, well, Tomb Raider. There's got to be porn of that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because it's a movie, too.
Right, exactly. So I think that's... You're right. I think that's kind of a gray area, though. So, like, what came first? No pun intended. No. Did the
Dead or
movie-
Alive beach volleyball would be a great movie.
Yeah, it would. It wouldn't even have to be porn. I mean, they could put that on YouTube, basically.
Yeah.
So, turning this back into not just porn talk, but similar idea for video games. So, obviously, the large majority of... so, what is it about the sexuality of porn that makes it okay to be... Well, not that I give a shit, but, like, that sort of racism is totally accepted and understood. But when it comes to a game, it's fun almost, like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and I guess
being a woman,
or yeah, like playing as a woman in Tomb Raider, or
Mirror's Edge,
or being a black guy in Grand Theft Auto
or
San
The
Andreas.
Walking Dead,
or The Walking Dead. Even like why does the cock being out make such a huge difference?
because you imagine it's yours.
Yeah, but okay, so like. So I think that kind of steps into how people play. Some people play video games very differently, because a lot of times people kind of role play a game, like they
Pretend to be someone else.
like they pretend to be the character, and they get in the mind of the character that they're playing as, and it's not just a story. It's not just kill everything on the way. They really get into it.
Them.
They become that, exactly. And I never play games like that. Like, that doesn't appeal to me. But
I
some
never
people
think I'm the guy. I never even kind of think I'm the guy.
I never do either. But some people do. Some people play RPGs that way.
Like when I play The Walking Dead and there's a decision, I just think, what decision would I make? Or I think, how do I want to see this play out?
Right. But specifically for MMOs,
I don't think, I'm this person.
It's
How would this person play
it's
it?
somewhat popular to do in MMOs. People will create a character and they make all their decisions for that character and like role play as that character. When they're like, a dude will create a female character and pretend to be a woman
Yeah.
as they're playing that character.
Right. That's kind of weird.
That is weird.
I don't do that.
I don't either.
Like, so in Mass Effect, I don't think I'm Shepard. I'm me. And Shepard is just a way for me to play. But Garrus and Morden, they're my friends. Like, I make friends with those characters, right? Those
Yeah.
are my friends.
Yeah.
They're not Shepard's friends.
Yeah.
Like, I like those guys.
Yeah.
So I identify with everyone but the guy that you're playing as. And I think that's why most of the protagonists in games are so
silent.
nameless and faceless and voiceless.
And that you project
Yeah, you become...
because
you're in the game.
it gives you a blank canvas to project your self onto. That's interesting. But so many games. No, but okay. Well, like, what's a good example of that then?
Where a game has a strong lead.
Yeah, a strong lead, or even a completely empty lead that has a lot of character development. Because like Grand Theft Auto, it's a very strong primary character. Like a lot of
Like Nico,
there's a
or-
lot to it.
Or
Yeah, Nico or CJ in San Andreas. You know, like there is a lot of character development in those.
Yeah.
In any GTA game. In this, in Call of Duty, not so much. It'd be very easy to make a black protagonist and not necessarily alienate people. I think with San Andreas, they really took a very big risk by making the main character someone who's not relatable at all by most people. Like, you could easily play that and say, okay, I don't like this. He's not doing what I would do.
that's what you said about Far Cry.
Right, exactly. Yeah, like he's a fucking wiener. And it's not just that he did things that I wouldn't do. He was just kind of a schmeagle.
So how do you feel about games like Saints Row,
Okay.
where you just straight up make your character yourself?
Character
Creators. Or like Skate. Where you just... It's you. You just put
Right.
your own actual...
Right, and you choose the
Face.
skin color,
Yeah.
you choose the height, you choose the body build. I always do myself basically for that. Like doing anything but myself.
Or Tobias Funke.
Or Tobias, I do. Okay, so Saints Row is an exception because it's so easy to just go insane with it, and they really encourage you to create
like Purple Hulk. Or...
Yeah, like superheroes instead of just a 6'3" tall, skinny white male. Mm-hmm. But I don't think I've ever created Saints Row 3 as an exception. A female character and played as a female character.
I have.
You have.
I played as a female in Fable 2.
Okay.
I'm like, well, I can just watch a girl's ass the whole game or a guy's ass the whole game.
I've heard that excuse. Well, not excuse. That's
Probably
not the right word.
From me.
I've heard that
logic.
That logic, yeah. Before I don't. It's still weird to me.
It is weird when it comes to like the scenes where you're like making out with the prince. And you're like, oh.
Yeah. I don't understand the motivation.
Well, why are we doing this?
Right. Or even...
Don't you ever want to become a lesbian in games, though?
Yeah. What if they just designed the game for men to play through, but you could choose the main character to be a female?
Like,
so
Femship.
Femship. Oh, yeah.
And you can just bang all the chicks out still.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, the princess is still in another castle in Mario, but you're the princess rescuing the princess, and then they just scissor at the end instead of...
Oh, man. That would be the only way to make Mario better, I think.
Dirty Mario?
Dirty Mario. That should be a sex term.
A dirty Mario? Okay, what's a dirty Mario?
I don't know, it has to involve a plunger, I think.
I was thinking a flagpole.
Oh. Well, I was thinking plumber. Not flagpole sitta.
Okay, so what else could a dirty Mario be? And then what's a dirty Luigi?
Dirty Luigi is way gnarlier.
I think a dirty Mario has to involve some sort of mustache ride. And a plunger.
And Luigi involves that Ghost Mansion vacuum cleaner.
No, okay. A dirty Mario includes Luigi, and he's the awkward guy in the corner just jerking it. Just by himself crying. Because no one really wants to be Luigi. No one wants to be with Luigi. And there's only one princess to be saved.
That is the most depressing sex move I've ever heard.
Well, for Luigi. For Mario, it gets him off. Because he's always had his brother there kind of watching him.
Sick asshole.
Yeah. Mario's a selfish prick. He never shares the spotlight.
No.
What a dick.
I feel like Toad should be crying in the corner, too.
Toad. Toad's there just filming it,
Yeah.
supplying lube and rubbers.
Are there like more than one Toad? What's the deal with Toad?
I don't know. They're getting too much into the canonical history of Mario. I think you're just going down a rabbit hole that nobody enjoys, or like that they never planned out and like wasn't intended to be looked into. And it's just, you know, when you get into like Mass Effect, there's a lot of fiction you can get into. There's a lot of story there that you can really read into.
There's no Mario novels?
And then also, like, you know, there's an amount of Mass Effect fiction that you can read before you get
Shoot him
into
in the nuts.
Before you get into fan fiction. In Mario, I think the fan fiction level is like really quick.
Yeah.
You know, like there's very little. Yeah, I should have shot him in the nuts. Take a drink for not shooting him in the nuts. Oh well.